Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So if you watch any of my other videos, you know, I just kind of get right to the point, try to give you guys the value and don't sugarcoat it or dork around too long. So every morning I get up and I look at real estate deals. It doesn't matter what day's going on, what I start my day looking at real estate deals. I try to look at least 10. Sometimes I try to get in 25. That's how I'm familiar with what's going on in the real estate market. I also own a sizable real estate portfolio. So I did a video a couple days ago where I told you that there are no houses for sale. I stand by that. We're seeing confirmation of that now. Harsh warning on U.S. real estate market issued. America needs more housing. Brian Lewis argues that there is no national market on the Coleman countdown. I agree with him. If we look at the Boise market, which is a market I look at, we are starting to see a rise in inventory. You need a rise in inventory to genuinely see prices greater. If you're looking for a crash, that's your first sign. Look in cities where inventory is spiking. Nationally, that's not what we're seeing, and I'll show you the data here in a second to reconfirm, but let me show you what the guy said on the program. Here's the thing about America. We don't have inventory. Guys, it's tight out there. Real estate broker Brian Lewis said on the Coleman Countdown Thursday. In New York City, it's tight. In Richmond, Virginia, it's tight. In some areas of Chicago, it's tight. My Los Angeles offices are saying that it's tight there too. The buyers have way more power, let's be clear, and there are fewer deals being done. Absolutely. If you're a buyer, you're definitely in the driver's seat. Go in, make a disrespectful offer. Sellers are panicked. The people that are selling are the people that have to. There are a lot of people with 3% mortgages that aren't selling those, so we're not seeing them put it on the market. The other people that are selling right now are the people that have to get out or really want to get out. Go in, make a disrespectful offer. Here's the thing. If you go shopping for a house now, know that you're not going to have a lot to choose from. Okay? So you're just going to have limited inventory that you're going to have to pick from. That limited inventory is also buffering prices to some degree. That's why all these guys out here on YouTube and all this other nonsense that are like, we're having a crash and they're measuring from the peak. We're having an adjustment, but we're not going to see an outright crash if there's no inventory. I'm looking at deals. I bet I've looked at 1,000 deals since I made my last one. I'm looking all the time. If you have a multi-family real estate complex that you want to sell, if you have a mobile home park, or you have storage units that you want to sell and they're west of the Mississippi, shoot me an email. I am interested. I am looking. I think now is a good time to start to get in line to get to buying and finding some deals. Run contrary to the herd. Do not get sucked in. Let's run over here and take a look at inventory, and I'll use the chart to prove to you what I'm talking about. This is the historical look at inventory running back from 2016. Look at how many houses were for sale. 1.4 million, almost 1.5. We run over here to today. We're looking at half that, 751,000. Guys, there's just nothing out there to buy. A lot of it's junk. So you got to reel that out initially. Like, people are unloading junk. If we run over here and we look just here recently, since 2021, there were 683 in the peak selling season when prices were going through the roof. And here we are, November. It's the latest data. We don't have December yet. Still 751. Not a huge change from when it was mania to now. Guys, things just aren't cratering. The housing market isn't crashing. It's stabilizing, and it's coming straight across, okay? Here's the other thing I want to talk to you about today. Hopefully that explained the housing market. Any questions, throw them down in the comments. I'll do my best to answer. I try really hard to keep up. I'm just really busy right now. We're going to run over to the Zero Hedge. We're going to talk about this jobs report real quick. Inside the strong jobs report, full-time workers. We lost 1,000 full-time workers. We gained 679,000 part-time workers. Guys, people aren't getting new full-time jobs. People aren't changing jobs. People are getting second jobs to make the bills, to pay the bills. Full-time workers are getting second jobs. And don't give me, it's because of wages and blah, blah. Like, the wages are driving the inflation at this point. The Fed is trying to drive unemployment to crater the wages so that we can see that stagnate and we'll see stuff level off. Wages are a huge factor in the price of finished goods. We need wages to stop. I know that's hard to hear and it's not what anybody wants to hear, but we have to see wages level off so we can see inflation come down. The other thing that we're going to see, and that's going to continue to drive this, and we're going to fight inflation for a while. Well, inflation's not going anywhere. You pivot guys are wrong. I hate to say it, but you guys pivot guys are wrong. The Fed can't pivot. If you're going to reshore manufacturing, you need labor to build the plants to get that going. There's no automation out there for building these plants. which continues to see labor spin and churn and churn and churn. The more raises, the more you're like, hey, I want $20 an hour, or $25 and $30 an hour. You're contributing to the problem. Whatever it is you're making, whatever it is that you're doing, if your wages are going up, the cost to make the good is going up. That means the finished product is costing more. That means that people from outside of there are seeing inflation. Just what's happening. Now, it's unfortunate in the jobs report. Don't get sucked into the hoopla and the yeah, all this great jobs report. People are getting second jobs. They're not getting primary jobs. So until we see the 100 million people come off the sidelines, come in and fill up some of the available jobs that we have, which, let's be honest, I don't trust the government data at this point, but we'll take what we've got because that's all we have. We've seen so many revisions in the jobs report that you can't put stock and faith in that. I mean, last year they revised down 1.1 million to minus 10,000 jobs. Like, understand that the government is skewing the data and they are lying to you on that front. But when you dig down into the data that they've put out, it says that part-time jobs are what we've made, full-time jobs are going away. Layoffs are happening. They're having an impact on full-time workers, especially in the tech sector. That's going to continue to get worse. Look for Amazon to lay off more. Sorry, I don't have better news. I mean, I guess the housing market's not truly crashing, so that's a good change of pace for around here, I guess. But that's what's happening. Lay of the land. I'll catch you guys in the next one.